welcome back to my YouTube channel. How you guys doing? I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all good. Today's video is a tad bit different from what I normally do. I'm acting like I've been on YouTube for 10 plus years, so I'm Jackie and that's front. Anyways, as you guys might know, I'm in my third year of uni. So right now I'm taking summer courses. We all know in most countries that everything has shifted to online and stuff, and it's a lot of work. It's really hard for people to adjust. It was really hard for me to adjust too, even though I've taken online classes. So today's video, as you guys can see from the title, is how to stay on top of your work in uni or college, especially online. So I'm going to be giving you guys a few tips and tricks of how to, get through this syllabus, this class, this pandemic. Attend those Zoom classes. You better stay on top of your work, sis. Just act as if you're in a lecture hall. Just act as if you're in a classroom and the prof is teaching. Literally the only thing that's different is that we're at home. And it's so crazy because when school was actually going on, we all wanted to stay home. We were skipping classes. Now they've given us what we wanted, school at home. And we still can't handle it. So one of the things I realized during the school semester towards the end was that it was really hard for me to keep track of my notes, because I'm the type of person that I like to write a lot. Like obviously everyone writes notes. It depends on if you type it, if you write it on your book. I like to type mine. It was really hard for me to make notes when I wasn't going to the actual classroom, because I typed as the professor was teaching. And yeah, basically when the exams came and it's in God's hands. That's all that matters. I passed and I'm on to the next semester. It's in God's hands. So while you're in your Zoom classes, make sure you have another tab where you can type up your notes, or if you have your pen and paper, write on your notes as it is going on. Treat this like it's actually a class. Whether or not it's a pandemic, you still write that exam. Whether or not it's a pandemic, no pandemic, you still gonna submit that paper. I feel like another thing people struggle with is asking questions during the whole online class and stuff like that. And then when you want to ask a question later, you don't even remember, write down any question you have. If you still don't understand, then you can request for office hours virtually. So this is one of the things too that I did not take advantage of, because I thought school's not going on in person, then that means there's no office hours. But if you do actually read the syllabus, there is office hours going on virtually. So type down that question that you have and go on that one-on-one Zoom call with your prof and ask the questions, and you will get the answers that you want. Especially during this time when we can't see our GAs and TAs, it's really important to make sure you ask questions when you don't understand something. This was one of the mistakes I made. I thought I understood the whole project, even though I knew I had questions. And if I did actually ask those questions, my grades would have been so much better, because I would know that I was doing the wrong thing. You know what I mean? This leads to my next point of building a relationship with your professors, your teachers, GAs, instructors, whatever it is you guys call them in your school. It's really important to build a relationship with whoever is teaching you, because for future references, mainly, if you ever want a reference, those are people you can always go back to. But then again, it's also very easy for you to communicate with them if there's any issues, and that way they're there to accommodate you. And this is something that, even though some of my profs really haven't been the nicest, it's still ask, because you don't know what the answer is going to be. It's going to be a yes or no. If you know that you have trouble with getting work done quickly, you have Wi-Fi issues, you can't afford to get the textbook or something of that sort, it's really, really, really important for you to build that relationship with the professor, because they will be understanding when it comes to your situation. They will accommodate. They really, really will, but you just have to communicate it very well and be honest. So please do not fear doing that, because the only person losing here is you. Like, realistically, the professor's not losing anything, the GAs are not losing anything. It's you and your grade, and that grade is gonna stay on your transcript for God knows how long. So girl, you gotta get out of your comfort zone, baby. I don't know if like this will work for everyone, but I found that it really worked for me and some of my friends actually. One of the things I really found very, very useful is making friends in your class. We all know that if you're a uni student, you know that having a friend in your class, in fact having a group, is really, really important, because everything is online now. You guys are all doing your tests online, all your quizzes are online, all your assignments and papers, everything is online. If one day you miss that Zoom class, my sister, what are you gonna do? Who's gonna do the notes? Nobody. You chose to sit there and not be friends. And I think this is one of the things that is really weird, because it's like, how am I gonna make friends on a Zoom class? How am I going to make friends online? Is that even making sense? I can't even make friends in person. Now you want me to make friends behind camera? Like, trust me, this works. Most of your classes, if you actually go on Blackboard, and I don't know if every country uses Blackboard, but you can actually see everyone in your class. And most classes, you actually have to introduce yourself as a discussion host. Listen, find someone there, maybe reading a message and somebody sounded low, you can see names too. Message them, you reply to them, and you just make friends from then on. You guys can exchange information. So like, if I ever miss a Zoom class, or if you ever miss a Zoom class, please, I'll send you the notes, or you send me the notes. If there's quizzes online, tests online, y'all could be on the phone together though. Doing it. Yes, you can. I try so hard, like for my summer courses, to force all my friends to take all the classes I'm taking. So that we can work on it together. We can struggle together. Yo, this reminds me of like my first year when my friends and I, stupid us. Mind you, we're all in like psychology, social work, we took economics. We took an economics class, and Jesus Christ, I never worked my brain the way I worked my brain that night. This is all of us at 4 in the morning. The exam is due at 8 a.m. We're all just like, oh my god, okay, this number, this, yo, call your dad, he did economics. Yo, call your dad, did your dad reply yet? Oh my god, they're calling on WhatsApp, everybody bring your laptop. It was so funny because we all struggled, but at the end of the day, all of us had 90 plus for our exam grade, because we all worked on it together, we all helped each other. This, even if you're not doing school online, even if you're in high school, you're in elementary school, I don't know who'll be watching my videos, but this is a life essential. This, you cannot do life without this. Once you have this in your life, you'll realize that you actually need it all the time, and it's been what you've been needing. So I used to be that one person that would wing everything in school and just be like, oh, like legit, my friends would be like, hey girl, yeah, I'm just editing my paper, do you want to swap to the edit? And I'm like, edit paper, do when, how come, where in the syllabus, professor who? That used to be me. I really wouldn't know what the fuck is going on, and that's because I'm not writing anything down at all. I don't have a calendar, I don't have nothing. My friends were my calendar. And God bless their souls, because baby, they were doing their job. Ever since I got this planner, my life has gotten so much easier. Hey, see my cat saying, But honestly speaking, it's made everything so much better, because everything is written in this book. Like, everything. Even this video that I'm filming is written in the book. Everything you need, the truth and thing is in the book. You have to read the book and write the notes on the book. So you guys should all get a planner, have some sort of calendar. Like, if it works for you to have like 6 different calendars, you know, then so be it. I'm that type of person that, like, before I'd have like the big school calendar on my wall. Just right now it doesn't really fit. But normally I have a big calendar on my wall that stays in my room, and when the semester starts, I just write everything on it. I plan every single thing on it. And this is something that if you actually do it at the beginning of the semester, there is no way you're going to miss a deadline. There is no way you're not going to know what's happening in class. And it's also something that's really, really good for your memory. Like, if you see something like at the beginning of the semester, even if, and you write it down, even if you don't look at your planner, you will remember that June 28th something is due. So the next tip is basically readings. I know that like a lot of professors give readings, especially in times like this. It can feel like honestly professors are being lazy. So they give you a lot to read and they'll teach just small online. And that's because also we don't have that attention span when you're looking at your screen to focus in class. So it's crazy because I used to do this, then I stopped, then I started again, and I did actually start to see a difference with my grades. One of the biggest things, when your professors tell you do your readings, they're not dumb, they're not stupid. There's a reason to why they're telling you to do those readings. Most times what your professors teach you is not to the full extent of what the textbook actually has. And there will always be that 1-2 question that is from the textbook. And if you read it, you'll understand it better. So I realized that it made me understand better in class. So I have my notes. When I write, I remember. I read, so I remember. I heard the professor teaching. It makes you remember more. You retain like the information much better when you're doing all 3 of those things. And there's no way you're going to miss or fuck up when it comes to an exam or test. There's no way. So do it. If you want those results, you have to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, then there's no way you're gonna get the results that you want. I hope you guys understood this video. This is mainly for the people that are going to their first year online. I hope this really helps y'all, because now everything is online. School is now virtual. So take a pen, get a paper, write down these notes, baby. Okay now? Anyways guys, make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Love you guys. Please stay safe, stay home, and don't fall for this trap.